Heyo everybody, Haku here with my first Beast Complex read-through in a while, and we are going to be finishing up the current serialization, doing chapters 16 through 19, and that's where things ended for now, but I feel like we're kind of going to get into a situation where it stops serialization for now, but I feel like Padu's going to come back to it after a while. So yeah, gonna go ahead, finish out Beast Complex for now. I'm not gonna read Bota Bota for the channel unless people really want it. But I'm interested in Padu's new manga, Sanda. So I will probably be reading Sanda, so those of you who are here for Padu stuff, you will continue to get stuff. I guess those of you here for furry-related manga are kind of out of luck, unless there's something else you want me to watch or read. If there's something else that you're a fan of Beastars and Beast Complex and you want me to read because furry stuff, just let me know. I guess I could do, there's this one that I've really been looking at for a while, but I just haven't had time to read or anything. Tamamo's a Fox or something like that. I don't remember the exact title, but I would love to read that one if you want me to do that one. But yeah, if you have something else you want me to read, go ahead and just let me know about it. But either way, let's go ahead and start reading chapter 16 onward. We are starting with the Spotted Seal and the Wolf, and Lugosi has this shirt that says, "This edition's more like Beastars rather than Beast Complex. The land and the sea, the gap between them is unexpectedly." This is so cool. It's like, after so long without Beastars, which, again, for the longest time was my favorite manga, after so long without Beastars, it's like getting to read this little slice of Beastars again. It's amazing. Emotional expressions conveyed without words. What happened to that octopus? Phew, an octopus gets, phew, wow. When an octopus gets upset, it flails its tentacles. Somehow, the way they moved made sense. And we have Lugosi and Zagwan watching on. Zagwan-san, what did this octopus say? Shh, octopuses have a thick accent. It's hard to understand them. Being stopped by an octopus on the way home from the bathhouse, this is something you don't experience unless you're with Zagwan-san. Her daughter's been kidnapped by land creatures. What happened? What kidnapped? Don't worry, we're going to find her. We're more reliable than the sea police, says Zagwan. 10 minutes later, oh God. Oh God. Unexpectedly extremely dark. 10 minutes later, freshly caught young female octopus here. Enjoy it with sweet and spicy sauce. This is dark. I'm depressed now. And is this Madeone's father? Who is this guy? Jeez. Smells delicious. Zagwan-san, could that be? Yes, I'm pretty sure it is. She said her daughter has tentacles with big suction cups. How do we explain that? We can't tell her daughter's literally roasted? Poaching sea creatures like that. Unbelievable, and Lugosi's pissed. Isn't that a felony? Calm down, Lugosi. Getting this angry won't bring her daughter back. It already happened. We can't change that. Thank you. And Zagwan's going to buy it. And then eat it. Zagwan-san, what are you doing? Are you out of your mind? I told you, Lugosi. You either eat or get eaten in the sea. I'm sure the mother would prefer if I ate her daughter, rather than a random land creature. On the way back to the mother octopus, I walked further away from Zagwan-san than usual. A puddle. Whenever Zagwan-san finds a puddle, he plays in it. You'll just get your clothes dirty. Let's just go. I wouldn't normally say this out loud, but foo, I love puddles. Liquids that aren't from the sea are so fascinating. That's because they'll eventually dry up and disappear, without fail. And then we have them returning to the mother. If we had gotten out of the bathhouse sooner, we might have been able to save her daughter. Instead, we were unable to do anything. We're invited to the funeral. Wanna come? And we have naked Lugosi at the funeral. By the way, is clothing completely non-existent in the sea? Yep. What kind of pervert would come dressed at a sea funeral? And we have the opposite culture here from Zagwan. considering she chose to keep this funeral on the cove to make it easier for us to participate. I think you should thank her. Thank you for not only finding, but also eating my daughter. Please, make yourself at home. So, what did she say? She said to make ourselves at home. Sagwan-san told me that, during a sea funeral, a lot of lights are usually left on. The basic idea is to promote the continuous development of the marine food cycle, by letting the plankton, the ones at the first step of the food chain, perform photosynthesis. I get that, but this doesn't really feel like a funeral. Oh, you think so? Whoa! And he gets yanked in. The water, it's cold. That's the sign of you being welcomed. I'm going in too. What? The moment I felt the cold sea, my whole body screamed, but after a few seconds it was soothing. Now that I'm in, it's as if I've become one with the sea. It feels so nice. That's right. I'm sure that in the ocean, when a sea creature dies, a part of their world dies with it. What a gorgeous panel as well. Please, tell her that I'm thankful for the invitation. And he speaks in sea speak. And she grabs his hand. When those tentacles reached out to me, I wanted to feel her emotions, but I couldn't. Maybe that was arrogant on my part. I think meeting you at that funeral made her truly grateful. Sagwan-san, I'm sorry for thinking badly of you for eating that octopus. He takes off. Huh? What did you say? And stomps in a puddle again. Are you trying to provoke me? You're gonna have to do more than that, you know. Get mad, Lugosi. Hey, I just washed these, and he's kicking puddle water. Get to know each other, little by little. And I love how they became best friends at the end of everything. We just had best friend Lugosi and Zagwan. And I'll come back and read the funny edits later when I'm collecting stuff for the thumbnail. Let me check the recording. Looks fine. Let's go ahead and let's read chapter 17. Man, that was kind of depressing though, I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of a bummer, really. So let's see what we end up with here. Hopefully chapter 17 is a little bit, I mean, I guess Beast Complex has never been massively lighthearted, but hopefully maybe we'll get a little bit more lighthearted with chapter 17, The Turtle and the Goat. Abukun in the front seat, a young turtle with such heavy words on his back, was born with a strange pattern on his shell. Oh? Hell, huh? Must be hard for him to make friends, thinks this goat. I've never spoken to Abukun. I'm not really one to take action without being told to do so. Kiyosumi-san, may I have a quick word with you? Oh, sure. Remember in homeroom when I told you about those cigarette butts we found around the school building? I do. Since you're a member of the school's disciplinary committee, I need you to let me know if you see any suspicious students. And so, okay. I always do what is asked of me. And she finds the one smoking. What are you looking at? You see, the teacher told me to. Sheesh, did you go crazy from studying so much, Kiyosumi? You being here won't really stop us from smoking as much as we want to. Ah, it's hard to report you without seeing you smoke, so could you? So what, you want to snitch on us or something, huh? I'm just trying to do what I was told. Oh, it's you. And Abu comes out of his shell. He just looks badass as all hell. Excuse me, this is where I usually take my naps. Abu-san. The hell shell, the one I see every day. Sorry about that. We didn't know this was your territory. Yeah, we didn't know. Sorry. Territory. And they scurry off. You okay? Are you Abu-kun? And then goes back into his shell. All the handouts given to us today had folds on the edges. Did you not notice? What? You retract your limbs to hide your tattoos. Are you some kind of gangster? Nah, I'm not in a gang or anything. It's just that every time I stretch out a bit, other animals tend to want to move away from me. Most of my art was done by myself. I'm trying to become a tattooist, so I've been doing some jibori. Jibori. It just means that I practice tattooing on myself. You know, I've always wanted to work with your horns, Kiyosumi-san. With those dangerous horns. My horns. Doctors have told me that if I let them grow too long, they'll stab me in the head. He was the only one to notice that. Every day is a day closer to death. This is my studio. I'm just borrowing my grandpa's garage. I didn't think someone like you would be interested in something like this. And he sits down in his stool. Look, if you want to thank me for earlier, then don't bother getting a tattoo. That's not what Your horns are nice, and I'm grateful that you're letting me ink them, but have you considered removing your horns? I don't know. At some point in my life, I began to feel like I wasn't able to do anything unless I was told to do so. Maybe. I've always wanted other animals to tell me what to do. Aren't those horns of yours dangerous? You'd better go and get those things cut off. I've always wanted someone to say that, and to save me. Instead, I continued approaching my death for 17 years without anyone noticing, like an idiot. That's so interesting. I love, again, all the, psychological and philosophical stuff that Padu always gets into with Beastars and Beast Complex. How basically the character's like, if somebody had told me to save myself, I had been waiting for that, I would do it, but no one's ever told me to save myself. You know what? Sooner or later, everyone dies. Eek! And he starts working. Animals are too conceited to be worrying about you. Back when I first inked my shell, to my surprise, no one really cared. If you think about it, many animals live that way because it makes their lives much easier. Don't you agree? And we get to see the patterns that he's put on her horns. Looks like vines on one horn and roses on the other, maybe. Again, the art is really great too. I guess with Padu getting to maybe do a more relaxed schedule when making Beast Complex, or just taking the experience of doing Beastars and building upon that, but I feel like the art has been really, 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 really good for Beast Complex. I like it. Flowers really do look good on herbivores, don't they? Come on. Let's spend a night to make them bloom. And then they hang out together, going to eat into a photo booth. Really, really cute. Huh? Oh, and she gets them removed. Kiyosumi, you cut your horns? I've been thinking about it for a bit, so I took a week off for surgery. I see, that's pretty surprising. Your face looks much brighter now. Thanks. I promised Abu that I wouldn't tell anyone at school about that day. He's probably congratulating me for making my first decision of my own volition. Because there were little flowers blooming on his hell shell. Ah, it's so cool. I love it. Alright. The night she'll never forget. That was a really adorable one. Okay, a much more wholesome one. Again, I was saying, hopefully maybe a less depressing one, and we got the less depressing one. So let's just see where we end up now with Chapter 18, The Lion and the Rabbit. Oh, this is them from Beastars. An instinctual tragedy. Okay, are we gonna get an epilogue for them, or is this gonna be like a retelling from their point of view? This was Haru's friend. I've taken the risks of being an interspecific relationship lighter than I should have. With a rabbit as a lion, I thought we could keep it to flirting with a few dates here and there, and enjoy it for what it was. I thought I was in control. Even the most basic acts of affection can be dangerous in a carnivore-herbivore relationship, but I couldn't even kiss her properly. I hadn't even considered eating her before, and yet I found myself last spring with my fangs in her face. Oh, we have Miss Campus Contest, the Scar-Faced Angel. Ako, the Mini Rex Rabbit, student of the College of Political Science and Economics, second year. The Scar-Faced Angel. Ako. It really is her. When the hell did she come back to university? She even entered some kind of beauty contest. This time, we're talking about the couple from Beastars Chapter 119, Volume 14. We didn't date all that long, and the way we broke up kinda sucked. I wonder how she's doing now. I kinda feel like of all the things that Lugosi had to go through, shouldn't this guy have, like, basically been locked up or something? I mean, even though, like, I guess she survived and whatever, but, still. I haven't really seen her since we had that scar situation settled out of court, but should I text her? Nah, knowing her, she'd take those texts and try to cancel me or whatever. Yeah, that's definitely something she'd do. She's in the tennis club, right? Maybe she's on the campus courts. I should probably go try to apologize to her in person so it won't be awkward next time if we happen to meet. She was pretty proud of her looks. I wouldn't be too surprised if she tried to kick me or bite me. The Ako I know is like that. She's a tough and fierce rabbit, that's for sure. Airdo? Is that you? And then she runs toward him, smiling. It is you. I'm really surprised you came to see me again. Ako, I've been meaning to call you, but I thought it would have been for you to talk to me again. But whatever, here we are now. Hey Ako, are you over there flirting with your boyfriend or something? It's not like that. Was he an ex then? Yep, believe it or not, he actually gave me these scars. And then there's this air of awkwardness. What? You stay away from her, you hear? You of all people came to see her? Hey, guys, it's fine. I'm gonna head home with him today, okay? Don't worry about me. What? But I thought we were gonna go see the fireworks today. This is weird. Sorry, the plans changed. Like, really weird. Anyways, we should have a proper talk. I really want to make it up to you. Okay, this is definitely weird. Hey Ako, going home? I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alrighty, see ya. Ako, I'm gonna vote for you in the contest. Thank you so much. Oh, I knew it. She was always quick to pick up on a situation and adjust to it. Ako, you've always been the scariest female I've ever known. So, why did you feel the need to see me today of all days? Again, I was kind of thinking maybe she's leveraged the scars into, like, this popularity that she has to maintain now. It's Friday. Huh? I don't really have a reason for coming today specifically, but jeez, don't you know how weird it is to get some gossip going during the weekend? Couldn't this have waited until Monday? What other reason would I have to talk to the guy who did this to me? You still don't know a thing, do you? I'm sorry that I made you miss the fireworks party with your friends. Whatever, it's fine. Their tongues are loose, so the news about you coming to meet me will spread in the club regardless. Who cares about fireworks anyway? How many stitches did you end up getting? Normally, wouldn't your first reaction to be just to blame me? I just don't get it. Since you aren't interested in fireworks, why don't you come to my place for a drink? Magazine model Mugi-chan, the Shiba Inu, has changed his image. Yo, we get to see Mugi. Top 10 seasonal magazine rankings. His handsome uncle photo book has sold over 1.5 million copies. This is probably the first time we've really been alone in a room. I guess a guy drinking at home with his ex is definitely a sign he has some ulterior motive. Hey, it's not like that. Besides, I feel like if I wanted to see your authentic side, we'd have to go someplace private so you don't feel the need to try and show off around other animals. We've always been on outdoor dates because you've been obsessed with showing the world that we were an interspecies couple. We never really sat down to talk about that, but maybe now we can. Oh? Right. I forgot she's a lightweight. So, now you feel sorry for me? These scars, are they painful to look at? Ako, wait. And he chases after her. Ako, I don't want your pity. My scars will never go away. Ako, I'll just take advantage of these scars. I'll use them to get over 1 million followers on social media and write an autobiography about my trauma. In fact, you should stop being so arrogant. You didn't give me these scars. Ako, your words were being drowned out by the sound of the fireworks. But even then, only I could hear them. I made these scars. I could only hear her cries. I think that, right now, and ever since then, I've always loved you, Ako. Let's date properly, not as a trendy couple, but one that's true to the heart. Okay, fine. In that case, you'd have to be a good plastic surgeon. Until then, you'll remain devoted to me, And once you start your medical practice, make sure you confess to me again. And I'll need a good chapter like that in my autobiography. Huh, okay. I'll be looking forward to it then. Her cry became an oath. Next time, the last chapter of Beast Complex. Again, the last, but I kind of think that we might get more eventually. That chapter was, I don't know, hit and miss. I kind of felt what they were going for emotionally, but I kind of wanted a more satisfying payoff than them ending up together, because them ending up together really didn't feel very, as he said, true to the heart. I kind of just feel like that's sort of putting a coat of paint over something that was already a problem with both characters' personalities. So I was kind of hoping for something a little deeper than that. But either way, we end on Chapter 19, The Bovine and the Crocodile. On a stormy night. I'm home. Sorry if my company's a little inconvenient, miss. Hey, Mom, I have my friend here with me. Oh, welcome home. You two look drenched. Yeah, we were just on our way home when we happened to run into each other. His name's Nagamo. Can he stay here until the rain stops? Of course, you can stay as long as you like. Thank you. I've heard that a house's financial status can be seen by the quality of its bath towels. The unexpected difference you feel from the softness. Wow, I've never touched a towel this fluffy before. Hey Nagamo, why don't you take a bath too? Otherwise you'll run the risk of catching a cold. You can use the warm water in there if you'd like. I've saved some for you. Here's a spare change of clothes. Oh, thank you. It was last month that my brother brought back something from the back alley market. Is this bouillon soup? You know, technically, this isn't really meat. It's okay if we drink it. Because it's just meat broth. And he looks at the bath. It's only natural that the water he had soaked in smells very similar to that can. That time, I couldn't stop, and I just drank it all up. I could feel that beef stock permeating through my whole body. No, why in the world would I drink it? I'll just rinse myself off before heading in the bath. Oh God, gamer boy bathwater. And then he drinks it. It's so tasty. There's still so much left. In this panel, that's one of the best Padu panels I've seen. And his friend walks in. We get awkward moment. Awkward gamer cow bathwater. I remembered that we had run out of body wash, so I came to give you some more. Thanks. By the way, my mom said it was okay for you to stay over for dinner. Feel free to help yourself. My mom's a great cook. I've been caught. He must have seen me. Drinking. So, Nagamo-kun, are you in the same club as Heisei-kun? No, we're just classmates, really. We've actually never really spoken to each other before. We just happened to be talking on the way home when it began to rain. In that case, I guess the rain was a blessing in disguise. I guess so. It's nice that we now know a bit more about each other. Thank you for everything. Don't mention it. It was just embarrassing that my mom made a big deal out of it. Hey, Heisei-kun? While I was in the bathroom, are you gonna ask if I saw you drink the leftover bathwater? No, yeah, I saw you. Don't worry though, I don't mind. I assume you did it because your family's lower class, right? You know, our family motto is, always take in the needy with open arms and give to them as you would unto yourself. I know carnivores go to the back alley market to eat meat in secret. So, lacking money, you just happened to stumble into one of your classmates and use their bathwater as a substitute to satiate your hungering desire. Honestly, who could blame you? I have a night shift tonight. There's some dinner I left for you, Mom. And he's all alone. Alright, Nagamo lost. Looks like you'll be cleaning the pool after school today. I've never been good at rock, paper, scissors. I'll help you with it this time. Eh? How come, Heisei-kun, you just won? Well, because I'm free today and cleaning the pool alone is too much work. Looks like the prince himself saved your life. You better thank him for his mercy. Hey, Nagamo, you okay? Why are you so quiet? I am getting real boys love vibes out of this. Like, thank you, but God, why am I shipping this so hard? Why am I simping for this cow? Why? Because I pity you. You were caught drinking leftover bathwater instead of being shamed for that, you get pitied for it. Then in the day you lose a rock paper scissors game to clean the pool. I can't imagine what you're thinking getting that unlucky back to back. Maybe it's better to think of it as a punishment for yesterday. I wonder how long this water will take to drain. And he kicks him in. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Yeah, I know it's true that I drank from a tub full of bouillon soup. But do you even know what that is? It's soup made from bovine meat for poor carnivores like me. Does shitting on me really make you feel better about yourself, you pompous asshole? You're the asshole, and then splash fight. The outline of his pattern was blurred through his shirt, as if he was going to melt in the pool. I have a hunch that once this pool's completely drained, I'll never get another chance. Another chance for what? For your information, you weren't the only one who was scared. Don't paint me as the bad guy for seeing a bad picture as it is. When I told you yesterday that I was glad we were getting to know each other more, I really meant it. I wasn't lying when I said that. Heisei-kun, I couldn't do it. I couldn't say it. I really should have told you sooner. Heisei-kun, I'm so... Don't apologize, unless you actually want me to feel bad. Sorry. Huh? I was just apologizing on your behalf. Looks like we're soaking wet yet again, just like yesterday. Yeah, I guess we are. Hey, Heisei-kun, do you want to come by my house? I'll think about it. Let's melt together, mix together, and move forward. Again, why? The boys love vibes. Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun 4 chapters. Great way to end off Beast Complex, for now at least. Again, it might not come back. I think it might. I'm planning to read Sanda for the channel, not Bota Bota. Might read it on my own, I don't know. But Sanda looks really cool. So I'm planning to read that. But if there's anything else, like I said, if you want me to read Tamamo-chan, or if there's another sort of furry-based thing that fans of Beastars and Beast Complex want me to replace it with, just tell me and I'll look into it. I'll think about it, at the very least. So yeah, I guess that's it for Beast Complex for now. Thank you so much for watching all through my journey through it. Like if you like the video and comment there to tell me what you thought of these 4 chapters and my thoughts and reaction, I guess. There weren't really any big discussions to be had for me coming from these. I don't think, like, they were good chapters, especially I really do like the last one. I like the one with the turtle a ton. I think that was probably the most thought-provoking and maybe the best one. The Zakwan Legosi one was really, really, really good, but also really, really, really dark. So there's that one too. But they weren't some of my favorite Beast Complex chapters, I think, even though they were very, very good. I think the weakest one was actually the Rabbit and Lion one, the weakest from this batch. But even then, it certainly wasn't bad, and the art has been just steadily getting better and better. But yeah, like I said, comment down there to tell me your thoughts or what you thought of these chapters or my reaction. Subscribe for more stuff on the channel, I guess. Like I said, Sanda's coming up, and I'm always open to suggestions. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, just ask and I can give you one. And if you would like to help support the channel on Patreon, it is patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description. Either way, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.